Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the final part of the 4-part 4 agreement series. And if you didn't see any of the other ones, I would fully recommend you watching those first. I'll put them up here, and I might put them as a link in the description as well, but definitely put them up here. But anyways, part 4 is do your best. Now, you could say, oh, well, of course, Brandon, do your best, and it's like sort of a cop-out way to end the book. But it does have a lot of weight to it. So on the most basic level, when you're working on the first 3 agreements and you're doing them, you're putting them into your daily life, but you realize that you fail one, if you beat yourself up, you will send yourself into the spiral and nullify those first 3 agreements. And that's where the 4th agreement comes in, because it's telling you, you're agreeing with yourself that you will always do your best. Whether that's this much on this day or this much on another day, it's like you do your best and you're okay with it. But there's also a caveat in there, which goes, I should say, nothing more or nothing less than your best. Because if your best is here on one day and you go here and you just keep on doing that, you are going to burn yourself out, and that is going to put your level of best down here. Because I know a lot of people don't see it this way, but it's like Newton's 3rd law, and just the first law. Nothing can be created nor destroyed. So if you're taking energy, if your best is here on a day, and you make it so that your best is here, and that's the effort that you put out, that effort's coming from somewhere. It's from the future. That's exactly what it is. So you're robbing energy from the future. It's like taking a loan so that you can have energy for the day. And like, you can get away with it for one day. And I wouldn't even do it with this, because just always do your best. Keep at your best level and be satisfied with that. You could do it with other things, but with your best I would not. Because with other things, it's like, do you know what? We need to really put in some serious work today. Let's do it. But you can't keep that up forever. But the main point of this agreement is to not beat yourself up over not going 110% every day, and to keep yourself from getting burnt out from trying to follow these agreements, because it's not easy, especially when you first start incorporating them, to get into a positive mindset. And even that, to be honest with you, the reason why I'm posting this so late is because I've had negative thought and self-speak come back into my head, so I was failing on my first agreement, and it probably was because I pushed myself way above my limit and was cranking stuff out and doing a lot of things, and it caused me to burn out for a little bit. So, I mean, I apologize for being a little late on this video. Should have been out last week, but it is what it is. But it is hard to hold on and keep up with these agreements at first, and it gets better, but as long as you do your best and you are holding on to that 4th agreement, it keeps you in high spirits so that you're not upset about not doing as well one day, or whatever the case may be. And you always tell yourself that your best, regardless of what it is okay. You can always get better, and even if you fail at whatever it is, you can always do it tomorrow, but at least you did your best. And I could understand if you felt like garbage because you knew you didn't do your best for that day, at least. If you just half-assed it, and just like, oh, whatever, and then it didn't work out, then it's like, yeah, you can be upset because you didn't fully do your best. But if you were in a terrible mood, or you felt terrible, or you were sick, or whatever the case may be, and you gave it your all and you failed, like, you did your best. And like, I mean, even better, just on a positive note, you felt like garbage and you gave it your all and you succeeded. You did your best, and your best was enough. Even if your normal best is up here, but your best that day was down here, and you still succeeded, it's like, hey man, pat yourself on the back, do whatever you do to celebrate, and yeah, go out again the next day. Do your best the next day. But that's the true beauty of doing your best. But to to keep myself from rambling on about doing your best and all that good jazz, I'm going to cut it off right here. My name is Brendan. This is The Lost Tribe. If you like this content, consider smashing that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you want more content like this. Leave a comment telling me what I could have done better with this content, or if you have any suggestions for me doing any other kind of content. Like, my ears are wide open, and I'm open to suggestions. Apologies. But that's it for today, guys. Once again, Brendan, Lost Tribe. Peace out, fam.